Hey, what's up, guys? This is Matt here with Tanks Lawn Maintenance. Take these glasses off, man. It's a glare. It's Matt here with Tanks Lawn Maintenance. It is currently 11 minutes after 10 a.m. Thursday, April the 11th, 2024, the year of our Lord, and it is raining cats and dogs outside right now. I'm talking about big old fat rain, stinging rain, sideways rain, some rain that even seems like it's coming up from the ground. All that different kind of rain in that Forrest Gump movie. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, man, it's raining pretty hard outside right now, and it's very windy, and it's been thundering and lightning every so often here. And it rained all night last night, and it was actually supposed to stop around 10, which was 11 or 12 minutes ago, and it has not stopped yet. And I just looked at the radar, and now it's saying it's not supposed to stop till around 1. Well, I am not going to begin a mowing route starting at 1 p.m. And it's crazy. I actually went out this morning to try to get some stuff done. I'm that guy, man. If it's just because it's raining at my house doesn't mean that I'm going to sit idle. I'm still going to try to get some stuff done. And plus, if it's raining at the house, it doesn't mean it's raining on the other side of town where my mowing route was supposed to begin this morning. But I got to the first two properties, man, and they were just like a soup bowl because of the rain we had last night. I don't know how much rain we had last night, but evidently it was a lot. But it's all good, man. We need the rain. Rain makes everything grow. So, got to take the good with the bad, right? But anyway, let all my customers know I just got off the phone with my last customer, and they just wanted to tell me, man, I really appreciate you being so professional. You're the only lawn care company we've ever had that keeps us in the loop on things. And just wanted to ask y'all, man, do y'all let your customers know, for whatever reason it may be, that you may not show up, whether it be due to a breakdown, flat tire, weather, whatever it may be? Do you let your customers know? Do you give them a heads up, or do you just let them find out the hard way? If you're letting guys find out the hard way, man, you need to stop that. You really do. And the reason being is just because it's raining at your place doesn't mean that it's raining at the properties you plan on mowing that day. So stay in contact with your customers. Keep them informed. And if you can mow, go mow. It'll make the rest of your week easier. Like today, everything's getting pushed back a day. So I'm going to be mowing Saturday, which I absolutely despise. Well, I'm sorry, not going to be mowing Saturday. I'm going to be mowing late tomorrow because it is what it is, man. That's just the way my week's set up. I only have 2 properties that I service on Fridays, and I don't want to do anything on Fridays, but these customers are adamant that they get their stuff mowed on Fridays because that's when their neighbors mow their property. So whatever, man. I'm not in a position right now where I can turn customers down just because of the day they want mowed, unless it's just not feasible for me as far as efficiency and gas and all that good stuff. But yeah, if it's right up the street, somebody wants a property mowed on a Friday, it is what it is, man. I'll bite the bullet, especially in year 1, or year 1 as a full-time operator. But anyway, man, I wanted to hop on here and give y'all an update on things. I told y'all about the properties over in North Augusta, the high-end properties, very high-end properties, man. These are very high-ticket yards, and one of them is probably going to be about $350, $400 a month, and if they pick me up. But speaking of which, one of those clients actually sent me an email this morning with a scope of work, which I thought was kind of funny. I appreciate it. I really do, because it gives me a heads up of what the customer is looking for before I actually get to the property. And I thought about it, this is actually nice, because if it's a service that I just simply can't provide, it can save me time, save me time and gas to go over there potentially. But yeah, I've never had that before. I've never had a customer email me a scope of work like a commercial client would. And I just thought it was kind of cool, Have y'all ever experienced that before? And that's a first for me. But anyway, it's 7 properties altogether that I've got to go look at. And I've already picked up 2 over there. And I've also picked up my mom's over there, which mom's is getting done for free. She's mama. I ain't charging mama. She's probably going to try to pay me, but I'm going to stick that money in her gas door or inside of her car or something. But yeah, I'm not charging my mama. But anyway, so I've already picked up 2 over there, and I've got 7 more I've got to look at, man. And all of these people want their stuff bagged. I went by my dealership, Harry's Equipment Center, this morning to just to see where I stand on everything, to see what I can do and what would be best for me and my business, And I wanted to see if I could trade both mowers, the 61, trade it in for a Walker, and the 36, trade it in on a 42. Well, when I was at the dealership, the guy, his name is Ryan, very, very, very good guy, very knowledgeable guy too, and he is straight up honest, will give you the brutal, hardcore facts, and I appreciate that. I really do. A lot of people out there try to sugarcoat things, and that's not me, man. Just give me just tell me like it is, I don't want there to be any kind of gray area or anything like that. So he's a straight shooter, and I appreciate it. And he walked out there, looked at my mowers, and he said, "Man, these things got less than 100 hours on them." He said, "Dude, these things look like they're brand new." And they got him inside the shop and went through them and everything. And he was like, "How often do you clean your mowers?" And I told him, I said, I blow them off after every single property. And I said, I'll hose them down at the end of the week. And I wash them, like I physically wash them once a month with a pressure washer and soap and all that good stuff. I said, but this past weekend I used some Mower Magic on there by Ballards Incorporated. And he said, "Man, these things are well taken care of." He said, "But I got bad news, man." He said, "I can't do a trade-in or anything like that." He said, "If you're wanting to sell the mowers, we could sell them for you." He said, he said, "These mowers are worth almost what they are new." And he said it wouldn't be but like a couple $100 shy of a new mower. He said these things are worth a lot of money. And he said, you're gonna, right now, the way it sits, because they're in such good shape and because of the low hours on them, you probably would have a hard time selling them for what they're worth, because everybody's going to be looking at it as, I could just spend a few $100s and get a brand new one. So I can't do a trade-in on them. I could try to sell them for you, but I can be honest with you and just tell you that you're probably not going to sell them for what you would want for them, and especially if you still owe money on them. And I said, well, that's fine. I just wanted to see where I stand. And I said, but I do want to see about financing a Walker, or either just paying cash right out for one, and just to see where I stand. And he told me he went down the list of Walkers, and I looked at all of them. I put my fingers on all of them and crunk them all up and all that good stuff. And all of them are nice machines. They're very, very nice machines. They really are. They are top end mowers. At least in my area, they're the nicest mowers in this area, as far as a collection system goes. And the cheapest one they have for a collection mower is actually what would be considered a residential mower. It's not a residential mower, it's actually commercial grade, but it would be considered a residential mower. They consider it a residential mower because anytime a commercial operator tries to buy one, or buys one for their business, they wind up spending more time in the shop than they do on the trailer or on the property. And that is the S-Series walker. That is the entry-level collection walker. And the one they had is a S18i. It's an 18-horse mower, 42-inch deck, and the hopper only holds 8 bushels of grass clippings, which isn't much. I think the grass catcher side bagger for a zero turn holds 6 bushels of grass, and you're talking about 2 extra bushels, man. That's not much. So, and the price on that was $11,500. And that's out. When he told me all of that, and I actually looked at it, and it doesn't look like a machine that I want. I mean, the looks on it looks like a normal walker, just a smaller version of it. And but when you lift the seat up and lift the hopper up and all that good stuff, and just look up under everything, it's not really something I want to deal with. But the next one up would be a C model, or the C series, and then the T series, and then the D series. The D series being a diesel engine, and that's not something I'm wanting to get into. And I don't have any need for a diesel powered lawnmower at all. I don't think anybody in my area does, to be honest with you. I've never seen one on anybody's trailer or anybody riding around on one. But so the next one up from the S series would be a C series. You've got the C19 and the C23, and then you've got the I. And the I would be fuel injected, and you can get that in the 19 or the 23. But the 19 to 23, all that is horsepower. And the one that they have in stock is a C23i, which is a 23 horsepower Kohler engine, fuel injected. And 42-inch collection deck is what they have installed, but they also have a 48. And I think that's the biggest that they have for that machine. I'd have to, don't quote me on that though. It might go up to a 52. But anyway, the starting point on that is $14,500, and for the C23i, and then you've got the C19, the regular C19, which would be I want to say it's $13,500, and I think I would actually get the C23 though, because it's not much money. It's not much of a difference when it comes to money for the extra horsepower. And I would like to have something with 23 horse anyway, because we've got some very thick Bermuda lawns in our area, especially in that neighborhood. These lawns are very well manicured. But and then the next would be the T23, and I want to say the starting price on that was somewhere around 16. So the best version for me would be the C23 or the C23i. And I would prefer the C23 because I'm not a fan of fuel injection. But, if it would end up being 3 or 4 weeks before they could get a C23 in, I would just go with the C23i. But, like I said, the starting point on that is like $14,500 for the I, and I think it's $14,000 for the carburetor. But, and I wanted to see what it would be to finance, because I'm not really wanting to drop that kind of cash right now. So the finance, if I put eight or nine grand down, it would be around $200 a month, and I'm not wanting to I'm really not wanting to finance another mower, but at the same time I'm not wanting to drop 14 or 15 grand on a mower. So it's really just going to depend on what happens today after I send all these quotes out, and to decide whether or not I get a walker to begin with. And if I get these properties, if I pick up all these properties, I'm definitely going to have to figure something out, whether it be a walker or a bagging system for the rights, which I'm trying to avoid at all costs. It's a cheaper version. I want to say it's like 3 or 4 grand for a bagging system, but I can tell you right now, the bagging system is just not going to do what I need it to do, for one, and for two, it's just not feasible for me to have a bagging system for the right, because I would have to install it and uninstall it. So Yeah. And plus, I'm also looking at it would get me out of using the grass gobbler for collecting grass clippings, which I absolutely despise doing because I do not like dust. I despise dust. And that grass gobbler, man, it just throws entirely too much dust. I mean, it's ridiculous. You look like you come out of a coal mine whenever you get done using that thing. But at least down here in the south anyway, because it's so dusty and all this clay soil we have around here. But it is what it is, man. And so I'm going to go look at all these properties today and see what happens. And that will make my mind up. I can honestly see me just spending cash, paying cash right out for a new mower. I don't want to do that. I'm trying to avoid that at all costs, but we'll see what happens. And yes, I am the owner of this company, but my wife has a say-so in it. She has a very large say-so in it because we do everything together. You know, any kind of financial decisions we make them together. And I think that's just the best way to do it in a relationship. You know, for one, it just shows that you respect your spouse, for one. And for two, and you know, we need to put both of our heads together on a big purchase like this because, like I always say, man, you never know what God has in store for you from day to day. But I do expect my phone to start ringing here in the very near future, especially next week, because everybody will be coming back into town and they ain't gonna want to fool with their properties, especially after all this rain we had. And it's supposed to be sunshine and rainbows all weekend long and all week next week, looking at the 10-day forecast. And I know that a forecast is just that, a forecast, you know. But so I do expect my phone to start ringing. And plus, while I'm over there in that neighborhood, you know, my shirt has my business information on the back of it, and that's actually how I picked up one of the customers in that neighborhood. So yeah, my phone has been ringing every day from people in that community. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And but look, man, I'm going to pray about this because, like I said, man, this is a big purchase and I'm scared to death to spend that kind of money, and I'm going to find out what the Lord would have me do. And He will let me know. If it's a door that needs to be shut for me, it will be shut. And if it's a door that needs to be kicked wide open, it will be kicked wide open. And I just need wisdom on this, man. But look, man, if y'all were in this situation, let me know what you would do. Oh, also, I had a man message me this morning on Facebook. You know, evidently, I only know what goes on here in the Southeast. And I know Walker is a big brand. That and Toro, I think it's the Toro Rambler is what it's called. It's kind of like a Walker. It's a collection mower. Toro's brand of it. But those are very big brands here in the Southeast because Bermuda lawns you're about half and half on Bermuda lawns, whether somebody just wants you to disperse the clippings or mulch them or whether they want them collected. A lot of people, especially in my area on these high-end properties, want their stuff collected, want it bagged. And a lot of them have on-site dumping, and a lot of them you have to take it to the dump. So it's just part of it, man. I know a lot of you say, oh, man, I ain't bagging no clippings, man. Well, in my area, if you ain't bagging clippings, you ain't going to make no money. That's just the way it is around here. So you can say that all you want, but each area is different. So, but yeah, a man emailed me or messaged me this morning, was asking me if I was talking about Walker being a brand or if I was talking about a walk behind. And in my area, walk behinds don't really serve a purpose. I mean, I could see it on one, maybe two properties that I have, but they don't really serve much of a purpose in my area. And plus, they just leave such a large footprint on the trailer. But Walker is a brand, okay? When I say a Walker mower, I'm talking about a Walker brand mower, not a walk behind mower. And if you don't know what it is, it's a company. I do believe it's out of Colorado, or either Arizona or New Mexico, Utah, somewhere around over in there on the West Coast. I could be mistaken. I don't know. But they're very nice mowers, and they leave a very beautiful cut. They really do. And a lot of people like the stripes that they leave, and a lot of people don't. I happen to be one of them that likes them. And we have a lot of cold season grasses in our area that people overseed with, like rye. You know, people will overseed with winter rye in this area, and they leave absolutely amazing stripes on that winter rye. But yeah, I highly suggest y'all check them out. They're nice mowers. They're very expensive mowers, but they're nice mowers. And if you're not dealing with nice manicured plush lawns, if you have properties that's got a lot of roots or a lot of sticks or pine cones or anything like that, I don't recommend a walker, because you will screw up the blower on that, and that is an $800 part, not including the labor to have it repaired. And if you're not mechanically inclined, don't buy a walker, which I'm under the impression you need to be somewhat mechanically inclined to be in this type of business anyway, to save yourself a little bit of time and money. But anyway, man, check those mowers out if you've never heard of them, never seen them or anything like that. And they're very unique mowers. But yeah, that's what I got for y'all today, or this morning anyway, man. I will keep y'all in the loop on what happens with these properties, if I can pick them up or if I get turned down or whatever happens. But look, man, I'm going to hop off here. I'm fixing to go get me a biscuit from Bojangles up the street up yonder. And I will turn y'all back on the next one. But until then, look here, man. Y'all keep cutting that grass and keep making that money. I'll let y'all. Bye.